$11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
Rallies and protests calling for more police accountability were sparked from this shocking recording of Seattle Police Officer Daniel Auderer, heard laughing and joking about the death of Janavi Kandula. After the video went viral more than a month ago, Seattle PD has since reassigned Auderer out of active patrol, but he's still under investigation from the Office of Police Accountability.
Tonight, Fox 13 has obtained the interviews of both Officer Daniel Auderer and Officer Mike Solan, who was on the other end of that phone call. Fox 13's Nia Wong joining us live in the newsroom with what we've learned so far. Nia.
For the first time, we hear both officers explain what they were talking about on that recording, whether they feel policies were violated, and how they process death and tragedy on the job. In a 13-minute interview back in September, the Office of Police Accountability called in Officer Daniel Auderer, questioning him about insensitive comments made in this video taken back in January.
And it's awful, and it's tragic, and you either laugh or cry. And the context of that conversation, most of that conversation, was surrounded in a tone like that. She's dead. There's nothing you can do.
Auderer says he was mocking city attorneys when investigators asked if he violated policy 5.001 about officer professionalism.
No, I did not violate that policy. It was a private conversation in a car alone that just happened to be recorded by my camera turning on, probably when I made a U-turn, or another car could have simply passed by. Who knows why it went on.
On the other end of the line in the video is Seattle Police Officers Guild Union President Mike Solan. You don't hear what he says, but here's what he told OPA investigators when he was interviewed as a witness back in September.
And I was remarking that she was more than likely dead instantly, which was a tragedy. And I said that the city is going to have to pay out a lot of money on this one.
Solan's interview runs just over 17 minutes. When investigators asked Solan if Auderer is laughing at Kandula's death.
Police officers, we deal with tragedy almost on a daily basis. And we're human beings just like the next person. But we have to process these in a manner that allows us to go to that next tragic event. And humor and sarcasm is used for us as a coping mechanism.
Explanations from both officers don't sit well with Lalita Upala.
It was callous, it was sarcastic, and it's extremely painful.
Upala is the executive director of Indian American Community Services. She says Kandula's death doesn't just affect South Asian communities.
It's not about us being Indian immigrants. It's about us being residents of Seattle.
Which is why her nonprofit started this petition, calling for more police accountability. It's since collected over 14,000 signatures.
It brings to light that if Officer Auderer does not think he violated policy, then there's a lack of policy there.
Upala says it's been weeks since SPD has met with her nonprofit. She says SPD needs to provide more updates, and a bigger conversation needs to be had.
If this is how you treat a devastating death, then we are concerned and we want answers in terms of how are you changing that culture within your police department.
Upala urges people to sign the petition. We'll be posting that tonight on fox13seattle.com. We also heard back from OPA. The agency says it won't provide other comments until the case is finished. This is to protect the investigation's integrity. Live in the newsroom, Nia Wong, Fox 13 News.